Welcome everybody to the channel. I'm just wanting to do a new video of this terrible murder at, in the United States of America, of course, in Idaho. First, I want to give my sincere apologies to all the families concerned over this terrible incident, which happened a few weeks ago now. Well, November the 13th. Obviously, I came about watching this when I was in bed with flu. I had a cold, and I was watching the news and stuff, and this came about through obviously YouTube and actually Sky and Sky News and stuff, and Fox News and stuff like this. And it struck me as a really upsetting thing that happened to these beautiful kids, and it really wanted me to do this video basically. And it's a bit unusual for me to do a documentary kind of thing like this, but it was so upsetting, and to see it all unfold in front of my eyes on YouTube or the internet and stuff like this. It was just so painful, and you can understand how these people, his parents and friends and family, are coping with this murder. As I'm filming it now, actually, this suspect has been arrested by the police, and as I'm saying, I'm not played any video yet because I'm just going to do the introduction, because I want to give my apologies to all the family involved in this. Of course, I'm making a video out of it, but it's something I wanted to do, and hopefully something good will come out of something evil, bad, or bad. Something good can come out of something bad, and hopefully this never happens again to any kids, teenagers, college people who go to college and stuff. I mean, these were lovely people. From, if you haven't found the story yet, you haven't come across this yet, it's a big thing, so I should imagine you have, but it's quite a big story now, and it's all over YouTube, of course, and all over the States, and big case about it. And of course, recently they've caught the people, well, sorry, the perpetrator. I'm not going to mention his name in this because it's not proper, because it's only just happened when I'm filming this and making this documentary about it. So I don't really want to bring that into it, but I just want to say this is a terrible crime, of course, and you got kids like this going to college, enjoying themselves. For whatever reasons this happened, it's all come out as time goes on. I'm just making this film and just making people aware that this has happened, and it could happen to anybody, really. With social media now, what's happened and stuff like this, and people getting stalked, people committing crimes like this, and of course, obviously, mental health. The person who's done this, obviously, to kill 4 people here, he's killed 4 people. The two of them that are blocked out here are survivors. There's 2 survivors. But I don't want to go into the case in detail here. I'm just doing this introduction, basically for the families, to say that I'm really sorry for what's happened to the family, and it really is upsetting. And I hope that somehow this could put yourself within your situation with family and friends, kids who are going to college or staying somewhere in a strange place, and to make sure that they're safe. And you know, this happens, but it's a terrible crime, and that's the introduction basically to it. And at the same time, there's a lot of people on YouTube who are trying to investigate it, because obviously before this arrest of the person who done this crime, or has allegedly done the crime, there's a lot of upset, put it this way, that the police wasn't doing a good job or something. They're keeping a lot of things back. The families were getting upset, I suppose, one or two people wondering what's going on. And of course, now it's come out that things are rolling along to a court case and an arrest. And I'd like to sort of, go to the next stage now where one or two people on YouTube that I met through this who have got their own channels and reporting it, not just me but other people, and it was actually really good the way it was covered on YouTube, people doing things, and I really found it fascinating, but at the same time obviously upsetting because of the families, what they've gone through. And of course it's a new year, and this person got arrested, I think on December the 30th or New Year's Eve. It must have been a really horrendous time to celebrate Christmas and New Year with no kids. It's a terrible thing to go through. So that's the first introduction to it. There's a lot of people involved in portraying the storyline and everything else, but that's just the introduction to it. I know it's a bit long, but I just had to say it because I am going to follow it in more detail and introduce one or two people who I think, if you want to follow the case, in my opinion, one or two people who are covering the case and are very good websites. And this is probably why you don't need to. You've got everything you need to watch on the internet, and of course on YouTube and other social platforms. And like I said, that's what it's all about, having to watch things and get news and things like this. And YouTube is a great platform for finding other things out. Other people have got other things, and it's a fantastic platform. And that's really what I wanted to get across. And of course, before I go any further, obviously, the thing was, obviously, before I go any further with for more videos on this subject, I want to pay some respect for these 4 kids who are no longer with us, and it is a shame and really upsetting. And my thoughts go out to the families and friends and everybody. And hopefully, like I say, an end will come to it, and we can move on from it and learn from mistakes that have happened here. Not just, it's just a terrible thing. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I will cover it again on one or two other things further on from the investigations that are going to carry on now from the situation. And I will link a few other websites, other YouTubers who are doing a great job to get this message across, how this crime has been committed and stuff like that. And it is really great to see these YouTubers going in depth about the murder and stuff like this. And it was quite educational kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Obviously it's sad to what's happened, but when you look at it from a point of view of investigation, journalism and stuff like this, YouTube has got a lot of people here who do a great job. And so I'm going to point out one or two people I think you should watch and get the full information about the murders. If you want to do that, I mean, obviously I'm just paying my respects here, but there's a lot of things still needed to be sorted out, and it's all going to come out, of course, shortly in the next few months. And it is a very, very big case, and I just want to share it with you and pay my respects at this particular time, and we'll take it from there.